Good evening, all engineering student, all computer science engineering student. Welcome to ACE ISRO series. From today onwards, we are launching ACE ISRO series, so you could have the glimpse or idea how to crack ISRO exam, ICRB exam. So before starting our series, first of all of you, a big congrats because ISRO successfully launched Chandrayaan 3 yesterday. So it is a proud moment for all of us. So guys, whoever want to serve the nation, what are the best way to serve the nation? Either a student can join Army, Air Force, Navy, ISRO, DRDO, BARC, HAL, right? And many of you want to pursue your career in a government job as well. In computer science, there are very few jobs in computer science area, right? But ISRO provide a great scope. Like in this year, in 23 also, there are 47 seats, and 47 is not the small number, it is very big number. Fine. So from today onwards, in the ACE ISRO series, we are starting programming for ISRO Centralized Recruitment Board, which is known as the ICRB test. So whoever want to serve the nation, whoever want to build the career, they can join ISRO. And ISRO is the dream come true, isn't it? If you get the job in the ISRO, it is like a dream come true. It is the best possible job. So let's start. First of all, who am I? I am Viomesh Singh. I completed my BTech from Engineering College Bikaner. After that, I have completed my MTech from Delhi Technological University DTU, and I am pursuing my PhD from NSIT, Netaji Subhash Institute of Technology, Delhi University. I have 8+ years of teaching experience in the gate industry, in the university, as well as in the placements. So today we are only talking about the placement. Guys, in the ISRO A series, what we do, in every third day, we will give you the glimpse of a particular subject. What kind of questions ISRO can ask? What kind of question ISRO can ask? So you might be thinking that, sir, will it be enough to crack the ISRO exam, ICRB exam? No, it will not be. What you need to do to crack the exam? You need to solve all the previous year ISRO questions. Now, how can you solve the ISRO questions? You can purchase our book. I will give you the detail about the ISRO book as well. So first of all, let me give you the glimpse of programming and let me give you the detail about the programming in ISRO exam. This is the detail from last ICRB exam since 2007. And around 75 questions has been asked in last 10 years, in last 10 exams. Fine, that means every year ISRO is asking 7 to 8 questions. Sometime you might see that they have asked only one question, but sometime they can ask 11 and 10 questions. So it is safe to say that we can expect 7 to 8 questions from the programming itself. Fine. And next, these are the concept of programming, basics of programming, operators, control statement. In control statement, what can we cover? Control statement is if else, switch, and loops. Then functions, parameter passing techniques, recursion, and pointer. So you can see they are asking the question, most of the question from the easy concept. They are not asking so many questions from recursion and pointer. In the gate, most of the questions are come from recursion and pointer. But in case of ISRO, they are asking questions from the basic topics like introduction of programming, fine, control statement, and functions. If you see, parameter passing technique is also a part of function. So from this part, they have asked 14 questions. So if your basic is strong, you can get 100% marks in programming. in the ICRB exam. And trust me guys, programming questions are pretty simple in the ICRB exam. So you must get 100% mark in programming. If you are not able to solve some question in the programming, that means your rank will go down drastically, because all of the students are solving programming questions. They are getting 100% marks in programming. Fine. So how can you crack ICRB exam? First of all, you need to solve all the previous year ISRO questions. And what is the base of any PSU? The standard of any PSU is as good as GATE. And sometimes they directly ask questions which had been previously asked in GATE. Right? So what can you do? You should solve last 10 to 15 year, at least 15 year question paper of ISRO as well as GATE. So you must solve last 15 year questions of ISRO and GATE. But there is one problem in the ISRO previous year questions. You can solve it from the website also. You can solve from a different kind of books. But trust me, there are very ambiguous questions in the ISRO. Like if we talk about 2019-20, there were 10 ambiguous questions in the ISRO ICRB exam of computer science. So on the website and on the various different book, the answer is also not properly defined, or sometimes it is wrong also. So if you refer our book, which had been launched last year, you will get the detailed solution. You will not get the hint. You will get the detailed solution of each and every subject. And book is written as a subject wise as well as the topic wise. So once you start one subject, you can finish whole subject. We are not providing you the solution year wise. We are providing you topic wise. So you can dig deep in particular topic. And once you feel that you are good enough in that topic, at that time you can move ahead and move to the next topic as well as next subject. So this is our book, which has been launched by all the experts of ACE Engineering Academy, and I can assure you that you will hardly get any mistake in that book. So how can you purchase that book? You can use our website, not ACE Engineering Academy, ACE Publications. And there you can click PSU books, and within the PSU books, you can click ISRO books. So you can buy that book from our website, as well as you can buy our book from where? From Amazon also, Flipkart also. What you need to search? You need to search only ISRO Computer Science ACE Engineering Academy. Once you search this keyword, you will get our book link in the Amazon as well as Flipkart. You can buy that book. And I would strongly suggest you to solve at least last 15-year questions of GATE as well as ISRO. Fine. So now you might be thinking that, sir, how can I solve all the 15-year or 20-year questions of the GATE? That too, we provide the books for previous year GATE questions, and we also provide the course which I discuss with you in the detail at the end of this video. So let's solve some questions of ISRO, so you will have some idea what kind of questions they are asking. I am trying to cover all the topic possible in this 1 hour. I will try to cover all the possible topics of ISRO. One question from basics, one question from conditional operator, like this. Fine. So this is the way I am going to proceed in this video. So first question which has been asked is ISRO 2011, first question of today of our video. Fine. After executing the following code, what are the value of x, y and z? So this is the operator based question, isn't it? If you notice, x is not defined, that means there is no value assigned to x. Y is 10, z is 12. So what should be the answer? Please notice here we are using postfix. So first of all, there is no error. Y plus plus is the postfix, z plus plus is the postfix. Fine. And this is the plus operator. Plus operator. Fine. This plus is binary operator. And plus plus postfix or post increment is unary operator. So plus plus has the higher priority. Plus plus has the unary operator has the higher priority than a binary operator. But what is the problem here? They are post increment. So it will take the current value of y, which is 10, current value of z, which is 12, and add it and assign it to the x. So x will become 22. Once value is assigned to x, after that y will be incremented as well as z will be incremented. That means after that, once x become 22, after that y become 11 and z will become 13. Why it happened? Because we are using post increment. Fine. So our answer is, you can see, x equal to 12, y equal to, x equal to 22, y equal to 11 and z equal to 13. So this is the explanation. As I have just told you, y and z are post increment. So first the current value of y and z will be utilized to add and assign the value to x, variable x, and after that we will increment the value of y and z. So guys, post increment, pre increment, post decrement, pre decrement are very popular topic in any exam. So that's why I took one example here. They might ask these kind of questions in any exam, specifically in the ICRB. One more thing, suppose I am writing like this: int x equal to 10, comma y equal to 20. And after that, if I want to printf %d x plus x plus plus, fine. So what will be the answer? What will be the answer here? Look, previously we could give the answer, but now it is not possible. The answer will be compiler dependent. So if they are applying the post or pre-increment or post or pre-decrement on the same variable in a single statement, answer will be compiler dependent. If these kind of questions, if this kind of question will be asked in the exam and answer is not there, compiler dependent is not the option, mark it the answer, any of 4 options or whatever you chose to solve it, fine, whatever you think it is right, you can solve it, and we can, what can we do? We can raise the objection after the exam. But whenever you find that you are correct or you are getting the answer which is not in the options and you are feeling very strongly that your question or your solution is correct, that means there is a high chance that the question is either incorrect or ambiguous. In that case, you should mark at least one answer, because for the incorrect answer, whoever provided the answer, any answer, the organization provide the mark to all of them. If you won't mark any option, they won't give you any marks. Okay, let's solve one more question. ISRO 2014. What is the question? The following 3 C language statement is equivalent to. What is the statement? Y equal to y plus 1, z equal to x plus y, x equal to x plus 1. So you need to notice what? Y is incremented, then it is utilized in z. First y is incremented, then it is utilized in the addition operator which is assigned to z. But in case of x, current value of x is used in the addition and after that we are incrementing it, isn't it? So let's see what would be the answer. Look, suppose my y value is, suppose initially y equal to 10, x equal to 15 and this is z. Suppose we are taking one example. So y equal to y plus 1 will be executed, y equal to y plus 1, it is 11. So y value will become 11. Then z equal to x plus y, z equal to x plus y, which is 15 plus 11, so it is 26. then x will become x plus 1, that means it will become 16. Fine. So now we need to find out which of the statement will provide us these value. Fine. So first of all, if you notice everywhere except this one, this cannot be correct because we are not changing the x and y value. We need to find out the equivalent of this. That means y need to increment before the addition, this addition, and x need to be increment after the addition operation. Fine. So here x and y values are not modifying, so this option cannot be correct. Fine. If I talk about this one, plus plus y, incrementing before the addition, and this is post. This is post increment. That means current value of x will be utilized in the addition, then it is assigned to z. Fine. So this seems the right answer. If we are using y plus plus, what will happen? If we are using y plus plus, again it will be the post increment. So it will not give us the right answer. Let's see if we solve it for our example where y initially was 10 and x initially was 15. So that is z equal to x plus 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 y. So what will happen if we do that? X plus plus will take the current value, which is 15. Then plus plus y, first it will increment it. So it will become what? 26, and y become what? 11, and x will become what? 15 plus 1, 16. But x is incremented after the addition operation. I hope it is clear to all of you. Again, I am giving you the explanation here. If you want, you can take the screenshot. Fine. Okay. Now, let me tell you some of the concepts which are very basic, but in the exam, they might be asked in some way, and I want you not to make any mistake at that time. Specifically in the exam, there is no chance to make the mistake because it will give you negative marks. Fine. Okay. So all of you might think that it pretty simple. So what should be the answer? Some of you might be thinking that x should be 4, y should be 4.5, and its x should be 0, and y should be 0.18 or 0.2, something like that. Fine. So all of you are getting the same answer? If you are getting the same answer, your answer is incorrect. Your answer is incorrect. Why? Let's see. I am getting 4 and 4.0. I am not getting 4.5. For y, I am not getting 4.5. I am getting 4.0. Fine. And here, x and y again 0. Why? Why it happened? It happened because, look, before assigning the value to x and y, right hand side must be solved. We need to solve right hand side, and in the right hand side both are integer. So answer will be integer. That means 9 by 2. Just forget about this. First solve 9 by 2. 9 is integer, 2 is integer. So answer is 4. 9 is integer, 2 is integer. So answer is 4. Now we are going to assign those value to x and y. 4 is going inside the integer data type x. So answer is 4. But when you are assigning 4, this 4 into value into variable y, which is float type, it will convert this integer into float. That's why we are getting the answer 4.000. And here also 2 by 9. 2 by 9, 2 is integer, 9 is integer. So answer is 0. Here also answer is 0. But when we assign this value to x and y, x is integer type, so answer will be 0 only. But when we assign 0 to float, it will convert 0 into 0.00000. Fine. We always print 6 digit after decimal in case of float. Okay. Here. Now you can see it is float value. It is float value. Now earlier we were performing the operation between integer and integer. Now we are performing the operation between float and integer. How can it be solved? So 9.0 divided by 2. How compiler perform the task here? First, it convert integer into float. It promote the integer into float. How? By performing typecasting. This method or this concept is known as the typecasting or type conversion. So it will be solved like 9.0 divided by 2.0. So answer is 4.50, 0000, 6 times, right? Same, it will be solved here, 9.0 upon 2.0 equal to 4.50. Y can hold the value of 4.50 because y is float. But x cannot store 4.50. What it can store? Only 4. So in case of x, we will get 4. In case of y, we will get 4.500000. Fine. Now you might be thinking, sir, it is a denominator. So float need to be changed into integer. No. We always promote our data type. That means always we convert character to integer, integer to float. Character will be promoted to integer, integer will be promoted to float. We never perform in the reverse order. We never demote float into integer and integer into character. No. In that case, we might corrupt some data, we might miss some data. So it is never advisable. So in that case also, in both the cases also, typecasting will be performed 9.0 upon 2.0. So answer is 4.50. X can store only 4, Y can store 4.50. So let's see the answer. So this is the value of X, this is the value of Y, and we are getting the right answer. Got it? You understood typecasting? Okay. Let me tell you, I assume that you already know if else, all the conditions, fine. In the if else, what will happen if I write direct value here? If I write direct value here, I just want to tell you that 0 is considered as false, 0 is considered as false, and other number are considered as true. Fine. So this condition false, if I am writing if 0, this condition is false. Look, there is no bracket. That means only this statement is part of this if. Fine. In the else, again, I do not have any bracket. So this printf is the part of else. So this is the one section of if else. Now this is the second section of if, third section of if, fourth section of if. Now you might be thinking, sir, else is missing. Else is not compulsory. After every if, else is not compulsory. But to use the else, you must use if before else. Fine. So this is the first block. This condition is false. So this will be printed. What will be printed? 0 is considered as false. Now 1. 1 will be considered as true. We always know that 0 is false, 1 is true. So this is true. So 1 is considered as true. Now minus 1. What will we do? What should we do in case of minus 1? Will it be considered as true or false? It will be considered as true because it is non-zero. Fine. So this condition is also true. So it will be printed. Now it is not 0. Not 0 will convert 0 into true. 0 into 1. What not operator does? It convert true to false and false to true. Fine. So 0 is false, so it will convert it into true. So this will also be printed. So these 4 statements will be printed. Let's see the output. You can see I am getting these 4 statements. Got it? It was simple, right? Okay. Let me tell you one more thing. Here you can see a equal to 0. Here you can see a equal to 0, and this is my first if block. This is my second if block. This is my third if block. Now think what could be the answer. So initially a is 0. Initially A is 0. Now I am comparing A with 20. Condition false because I am checking what? 0 double equal to 20. This is relational operator. Double equal to a relational operator. 0 is compared with 20. They are not equal. So condition is false. So in that case, it will not be printed. Got it? Now you might be thinking, sir, why you are writing the same condition twice? It is again equal to. So it will not be printed. But please use your focus. Please be attentive. I am using equal to, not double equal to. That means this value will be assigned to A. That means now A becomes 20. A becomes 20. So what is inside the if? Inside the if we have the value 20 now. 20 is non-zero. 20 is non-zero. That means my condition is true. In that case, these two lines will be printed. Now I am checking if A. Now you might be thinking, sir, value of A was 0. So it is false. But in the previous condition, we changed the value of A. What is the current value of A? 20. So these two lines will also be printed. So let's see our output. These two lines are printed. Here you can see, and these two lines are also printed here. Got it? Is it clear? Fine. So, okay. Let's solve some more questions of ISRO. This question was asked in 2015 and it is based on our loop. Fine. So, for I equal to 0, I less than 10 plus I. Fine. What we are doing? We are printing I and 1. What is AND? AND is bitwise AND. How it works? A, B, A and B. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. So AND operator will give the answer 1 if corresponding bits are 1. Look, it is a bitwise operator. Fine. So we will work on bits. Fine. Okay. So we are taking first I value is 0. Okay. So first answer is A. How? Let me tell you. So it is the bitwise operator. We are applying bitwise operator between I and 1. So in the first iteration I equal to 0. Fine. 0 can be represented like this. Look, I can represent it in a 16 as well as 32 bit as well. But I am using only 4 bit. That's enough to solve our problem. Fine. So 0 can be represented as 0, 0, 0, 0. Fine. Now I am applying bitwise AND and it is applied with 1. So 1 is represented by 0, 0, 0, 1. Fine. So corresponding bit 1 and 0 will give us the answer 0. So corresponding bit 0. Other bit are 0 and 0. So answer will be 0. So let me tell you, once I equal to 0 and other bit is 1. So 0 is represented as 0, 0, 0, 0. 1 is represented as 0, 0, 0, 1. So we are applying what? AND operator, bitwise AND, corresponding bit 0, 1. In case of 0, 1, we will get 0. If both the corresponding bit are 0, we will get 0, 0, 0. Is it fine? Okay. Next, in the second iteration, plus I value will become 1. So in case of 1, in case when I will become 1, this bit will become 1. 1 and 1, 1. 1 and 1, 1. And other bits are 0, so corresponding 0 bit will give the 0. So here you can see we are getting the answer 1. So in that case, in the first case, it was printing I and 1. In case of this, I and 1 is 0, so it will print 0. In the second case, when I is 1 and our variable is, or our constant is 1 itself, so it will also print 1. No problem. Now, when I will take I value 2. So 2 is represented by 0, 0, 1, 0. 1 is represented by like this. So it will give again 0. Is it or not? Let me show you. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. In that case, it is 0, 0, 0, 0. So we are getting 0. So it will print 0. So what we have printed till now, in case of first iteration, my output is 0. In case of second, it was 1. In case of third iteration, output is 0. In case of fourth iteration, in the fourth iteration, value of I will be 3. Fine. Value of I will be 3. So let me show you value of I here. 0, 0, 1, 1, and 1 is nothing but 00001. In that case, you will get 111, 100, 000, 000. Fine. So this is 1. So in that case also you will get 1. Now you can solve further, but I don't need to, because in our options only A has 0101. So A is the right answer. Got it? If you will study the operator carefully, you will get the 100% marks in the operators. Fine. Okay. Let me show you assignment operator. So let me show you assignment operator. This question was asked in GATE. This kind of question, not particularly this question, but ISRO directly picked many questions from the GATE. So that's why I am taking this question. Here you can see A equal to B equal to 25 initially, and I am printing A and B. So it will print what? 25, 25. Fine. It will print what? 25 and 25. So we get the 25 and 25 here. No problem at all. Now C star equal to A plus 2. Now you might be thinking, sir, C is 2. So 2 multiplied by 25, that is 50, 50 plus 2, 52. Why we are thinking, many of you might be thinking, it is nothing but C multiply A plus 2, where multiply has the higher priority than plus. So it should be 2 multiplied by 25 plus 2. So answer should be 52. But it is not the case. Why? Look, we do not have multiply at all. We do not have multiply at all. What do we have? We have star equal to. A star equal to is assignment operator, which has the second lowest priority in all the operators. Which operator has the last priority or least priority? Comma. Fine. So it will be solved like C star equal to A plus 2 is nothing but C star A plus 2. That means first right hand side need to be solved, because arithmetic operator has the higher priority than assignment operator. So plus will be solved first, and after that you will apply multiply. So it will be solved like this. 25 plus 2 will be solved first or executed first, and it is 27. 27 multiplied by 2 is 54. So here you can see I am getting 54. So you can write this statement. Fine. Assignment operator associativity, first thing is right to left. Most of the operators have the associativity left to right, but assignment operator is one of the operator whose associativity is right to left, and arithmetic operator has the higher priority than your assignment operator. So first we will solve arithmetic part, then we will use the assignment operator. Is it fine? Okay. So let's solve one question based on the macro. Fine. In the macro, this kind of question has been asked in GATE also. So you can say that ISRO just borrowed this question from GATE. Fine. So what do you mean by the macro? Wherever you will find SQRX, you will replace it with the x multiplied by x. That is the macro, isn't it? Whenever you are using, whenever you see hash defined, that means it is macro. Fine. Now in this case, SQRX will be changed with, or will be replaced with x multiplied by x. So this is b plus 2. Fine. What is the b? 4. What is the b? 4. So please solve it and tell me the answer. Please solve it and tell me the answer. Now Some of you might have solved it like 4 plus 2, that is 6. So answer should be 6 multiplied by 6, it is 36. Fine. So your answer is 36. Many of you got this answer? Yes or no? Yes? Your answer is incorrect. Your answer is incorrect. Why? Let me show you why it is incorrect. This answer is incorrect. Why? What I have told you, I have used the term replace. I have used the term replace. Fine. So b plus 2 will be replaced by b plus 2 multiplied by b plus 2. Let me show you. SQR b plus 2. How it will be solved? X multiplied by x. So b plus 2 will be, okay, let me use the different color pen. Okay. So b plus 2 is replaced by b plus 2. Got it? Because x is nothing but b plus 2. b plus 2 is x. So this whole will be replaced by how? It will be replaced by b plus 2 multiply b plus 2. Fine. So here you can see b plus 2 multiply b plus 2. Now, which operator has the higher priority? Multiply. So first you will multiply this part. So here you are getting, because of this you are getting 8. So 4 plus 8 plus 2, 14. Your answer is 14, not 36. This question has been asked in ISRO 2014. Look, if you know the concept, you must apply it properly also. Many of you already know what is macros, but the term replace has a significance. Fine. So whenever there is SQR or whenever there is a macro, replace it as it is without using your logical mind that time. Fine. Then only you will able to solve this. And trust me, if you want to crack the ISRO, you must solve previous year gate question. Then only you will able to solve that, because with the ISRO you will not have that much practice. All the gate students have the advantage to crack the ISRO exam. If you have seen the previous year's result, who cracked the ISRO exam, ICRB exam? The students who are either preparing for gate or students who are pursuing MTech. That means who have already cracked the gate, because they know their concepts are very strong, and ISRO standard is somewhat below the gate, but they follow the gate pattern in terms of question, not in terms of question paper setting. Because in gate, digital electronics weightage is 2 to 4 marks, but in case of ISRO, they ask 8 to 10 questions. They ask 8 to 10 questions. Why? Because in ISRO, electronics is the main or core component. That's why you must be very good in digital electronics and COA. You will get so many questions in the ICRB exam from digital electronics and COA, computer organization. Fine. Okay. Let's solve one more question. It is simple loop question. You can solve it. Index equal to 1. Index should be less than equal to 5 and index plus plus. So here we are using continuous statement. Here we are using continuous statement. Fine. So these are the options. What should be the output? Many of you thinking answer should be 1, 2, 4, 5. Because as soon as I equal to 3, we should not print anything. Isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. But there is a problem. There is a problem. What is the problem? What continuous statement does? Continuous statement skip the remaining statement in the current iteration and start the next iteration. Isn't it? What continuous statement does? Continuous statement skip the remaining statement, skip the execution of the remaining statement in the current iteration and start the next iteration. But in our case, there is no remaining statement after continue. So there is nothing to skip. Fine. Because when we reach I equal to 3, let me tell you, when index equal to 1, print 1. When index equal to 1, it will print 1, condition false, I plus I becomes 2. 2 is less than 5, yes. In that case, first 2 is printed, 1 is printed, then 2 is printed. Fine. Condition false, I plus, now I equal to 3. In 3 is less than equal to 5, yes. First it will print the value 3, after that it will check the condition, then continue. In case of continue, it will go for the next iteration. So 3 is already printed, we are not skipping anything. Fine. So that was the trick in that question. I hope you got it. So this is the right answer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it? Storage classes are very important for any programming exam. If there are questions in any exam, either you are talking about the GATE or NEET, NIC, RRB, JEE, ISRO, they ask questions from the storage class. And which storage class is specifically? Static storage class. Static storage class is their favorite storage class. Okay. So let me show you the memory layout of C program. So this is the stack, this is the heap, and this is the static memory. Stack and heap grow in the opposite direction. Stack and heap share the memory and grow in the opposite direction, where static memory size is fixed. Stack and heap size is not fixed. Is it fine? Now, in the static memory, what do we store? We store the code, that means executable code, fine, plus we store static and global variable as well as constant, string constant specifically. So let me tell you, in the stack memory, what do we store? In the static memory, we store static variable, global variable, function code. Function code, which code? It is not what you have written. It is stored the executable code. That means it will be the binary representation of the code, and string constant. Fine. And static memory will be assigned at the compile time. At the compile time, value will be stored in the static memory. Variable will be created in the static memory, it will get the memory and it will store some value. Now, compile time is nothing but load time. Fine. So next is heap memory. Heap memory is used for the dynamic data that are created by malloc, calloc, realloc. Fine. So these are the functions to allocate the memory, and free is to deallocate the memory. Look, whatever the memory we create by our normal way, auto variable, fine, it is automatically deallocated by the compiler. But when you create a memory by using malloc, calloc, it is your responsibility to deallocate it. And how can you deallocate it? By use of free. There is one more function called realloc. Realloc does not allocate the memory directly, it increase or shrink the memory which is already allocated by malloc and calloc. Fine. It happens in the runtime, as the name suggests, dynamic data. Fine. Next, stack memory. Stack memory is very important because all the function activation record or all the function subroutine is stored in the stack memory. That means all the local variable or all the auto variables are also stored in a stack memory. So local variables are stored in the stack memory. Formal parameters are also stored there. Then return address of the calling function as well as function calls. Function calls. One more thing which is very important, please note it down. It is not available in the books if you notice. So what is the fifth point? Information need to access non-local variable. If there is a variable, suppose x, which is a global or static variable, but it is not a local variable. If the local variable is not available, in that case, information required to access either static variable or global variable, that information is also stored in a stack section, and it happens at the runtime. At the runtime, as soon as you call the function, after that only it creates the memory for that function. But in case of static memory, as soon as you want to load the program or start the program, a static variable will get the memory. Fine, static memory, not just static variable as well as global variable and string constant and the function code will get the memory. Okay, let's solve one question. based on ISRO 2014. Which of the following is not represented in a subroutine activation record? Subroutine activation record. What is the subroutine activation record? Every function has its own activation record or activation subroutine or subroutine records. Fine. Which is stored in a stack section. And what do we store in the stack section? I have just told you. Values of local variable, yes. Return address, yes. Information needed to access non-local variable, yes. But heap area, no. It is different memory section itself. So answer is heap, because we are asking not. Fine. So answer is heap area. Is it fine? Every function has its own activation record with sometime known as the function subroutine. Fine. Okay. So this is the explanation for it. Heap area is utilized by the dynamic data. Okay, let's solve one more question based on the heap area. Fine. If we use malloc-calloc for dynamic memory allocation, static memory allocation, both dynamic memory allocation and static memory allocation, none of these. Malloc-calloc are used for dynamic data. That means dynamic memory location. So answer is A. Answer is A. Is it fine? These were the pretty simple question on the storage class. Fine. Next question. Int x 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the static variable, static array. Fine. And you are taking one variable I starting from 2 to 6, and what you are doing? You are incrementing. That means you are running the loop. This is the first loop. This is the second loop. If you are not using parenthesis, in that case only one statement, only next statement is the part of the loop. Is it fine? Let's solve it. So first of all, this is my static array. Is it or not? This is my static array and index is 0 to 7. No doubt about it. Is it fine? Okay. Let's start to solve it. Fine. In main function, for the first iteration, I equal to 2. I equal to 2. Fine. X equal to x of I. First, let's solve this part, x of I. Fine. Sorry, first we have to solve right hand part. Fine. So this is x of 2, then x of 2. What is x of 2? X of 2 is 3. So it is nothing but 3. Fine. It is 3. Is it or not? It is 3. This part is also 3. So x of 3 equal to 3. Right now x of 3 is 4. Right now x of 3 is 4. So let me modify it to 3. Fine. So it is modified to 3. Is it fine? Now, in the next iteration, first iteration is over. We modified the value plus I. That means I value will become what? 3. I value will become what? 3. Again, we need to execute this statement, x of x3 equal to x of 3. Fine. What is x of 3? X of 3 is already 3. X of 3 is already 3. So this value is 3 and this inside value is also 3. X of 3 equal to 3. That means this value will be again modified to 3. 3 will be changed to 3 itself. So no changes. Fine. Now next iteration plus I. As soon as I do plus I, in the next iteration, I will become 4. Fine. Again we are going to solve this part. Which part? X of I equal to x of I. So that is x of 4 equal to x of 4. What is x of 4? X of 4 is 5. X of 4 is 5. So this is 5. This internal part is also 5. So x of 5 equal to 5. That means x of 5 which is 6 right now will be modified to value 5. So here you can see it is modified. Fine. In the next iteration, I will become what? 5. Again we are going to say execute the statement. What is x of 5? X of 5 right now is 5, which is modified in the previous iteration. Fine. So x of 5 equal to 5. X of 5 is already 5. So it is again modified to 5 itself. Nothing else. Fine. Now I is less than 6. No, I will become 6 after this iteration. So condition break. Now I need to run the loop from 0 to 7 and print all the value. What would be the answer? 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 5, 7, 8. So answer of this question is 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 5, 7, 8. This was very interesting question. There was a little trick in the question. If you are very careful, then only you will able to solve these kind of questions. So temperament in the exam is very important. Okay. Next question. It is pretty simple question based on the pointer. What is the syntax of? What is the syntax? Fine. What does the following statement declares? So these four options were given. So first of all, return type is integer. Arguments are also integer. Return type is integer and argument are also integer. Fine. You might be confused about this statement. What does that mean? So let me tell you. A function that take an integer pointer as argument, yes. Return an integer, yes. But is it just a function? No. We are using star. So you might be confused, but you know it is not just a function. Next, a function that takes an integer. Is it taking integer? No. It is taking integer pointer. So this is also incorrect. A pointer to a function. Is it pointer to a function? Yes. It seems like a pointer to a function that takes an integer pointer as an argument and return an integer? Yes. So answer is C. What option D says? A function that takes integer pointer as argument and returns a function pointer. No, we are not returning any pointer. We are returning only integer. If you don't know the right answer, still you can eliminate this option, this option, this option. So only one option is remaining. So answer must be C. Fine. So answer must be C. Isn't it? If you don't know, if you are a little bit confused, let me explain it further. What is this? This is a declaration of function whose return type is integer and argument are also integer. Next, this is a function which is returning integer pointer. Return type is integer pointer and arguments are integer and character. Yes or no? Yes. Next, this is a function pointer which is returning integer and arguments are also integer. This is the symbol of function pointer. Fine. Next, what is this? This is a simple function whose return type is integer and which is accepting integer pointer and character pointer as a arguments. Next, what is this? This is a function pointer which is returning integer pointer and accepting argument int star or star int. It should be int star as a what? Argument is also integer pointer. So I hope you got my point. Okay, let's solve one more gate question. ISRO question. So this is again a storage class we are using with the function. In the C language, we can combine more than 2, 3 and 4 topics and make one question. Fine. So what it is saying, what is the value written by the F1, function 1? Fine. So first of all, at the compile time, I will be created, I equal to 1. I will be created and at the runtime, you are never going to execute this line. Static variable are never reinitialized. Why? Because this statement is never executed at the runtime. At the compile time itself, it will give the value I equal to 1. Fine. Let me see if I got any comment from your side, any messages from your side. Okay, no message. Okay. If n is greater than equal to 5, return n. Otherwise, n equal to n plus I plus plus. Look, this is the only if statement. That means return n. This is not part of if. Is it clear? Okay, let's start. For F1. For F1, what is the value of n? N is 1. Why? Because n is your formal parameter or argument. Fine. So in case of this, my condition was n equal to n plus I. So what is the value of n now? N plus I. N is 1. 1 plus 1, 2. So n became 2. Next is I plus plus. So I will execute I plus I became 2. Now I will call f of n. First f of n will be solved, then only we can return something. So first f of n is solved here, called here. What is n? N is 2 right now. So function is called for value 2. Is it fine? Okay. So again, for when function called, it is recursion. Fine. This condition false. So n equal to n plus I. What is the value of I? 2. What is the value of n? 2. 2 plus 2? 4. Now I plus I became 3. Then call the function for n. What is the current value of n? 4. So I will call the function for value 4. In case of 4, n again my condition false. So I will execute n equal to n plus I. N will become 4 plus 3, which is nothing but 7. Fine. Then I plus I became 4. Then return f of n. That means I need to first call f of n. Fine. What is n? 7. So I am calling f of n, f of 7. In case of 7, I reach the base condition. I reach the base condition. That means I will return what? N. So I will return what? 7. I will return what is the value of n? 7. So I will return 7 here. This function will also return 7. This function will also return 7. So finally I will get the answer 7. So what is my answer? 7. So this was the question based on storage class as well as recursion. Fine. Okay. Let me solve one more recursion question. It is pretty interesting question, even though time is over, but I hope you have the patience to listen and understand more questions. So this question was asked in GATE 2011, and this after 9 years they asked the same question in the ISRO. Fine. So these are the statement given, and they are asking what would be the answer for the function 513 for 2. Fine. I think I gave the different name here, so you can do the math. Fine. You can make it foo. Okay. So let me show you. Oh, it is foo only. Here I have written RER, so it should be foo. Okay. Okay. So let's solve it. So I have the value. I need to solve it for the value 513, 2. Fine. So in these kind of question, you can save your time. In these kind of question, you can save your time. So 513, 2. N is greater than 0? Yes. N is greater than 0. Then first I need to solve n mod r. 513 mod r. Mod operator provide the remainder. So it is nothing but 1. After that, first I need to call this function, solve this function, then I need to add it. Fine. So I will call the function. Once I will call this function, this is solved, then only I can add it. Fine. Now 256. Again 256 is greater than 0. So again I am going to execute this statement. That means 256 mod 10, and I will call the function for what? I will call the function for n by r, r, which is 128, 2. Do I need to solve it further? No. Why? Because now I am dividing, every time when I am calling the function, I am dividing by 2. Yes or no? I am dividing by 2. So first I have called it for 513, then 256, then 128, then 64, then 32, 16, then 08, then 04, then 02, then 01, and then 0. Fine. So if you notice in all these cases, what is the value of n mod r? What is the value of n mod r? In all these cases, n mod r is 0. Yes or no? In all these cases, n mod r is 0. We will get the 1. We are getting 1 here. 2 divided by 2 is 1. In this case only, 1 mod 2. We are getting 1. Fine. And now, here I am getting 1. Here I am getting 1. In other cases, I am getting n mod r as 0. So in case of this, what is the answer? Else return 0. So that means this function is getting the answer 0. 1 plus 0, 1. Now when I will return everything, everything is 0 except this one. So answer is 1 plus 1, 2. Answer is 1 plus 1, 2. So in these kind of question, some student who have practiced a lot of question, they can save the time. And if you have solved last 15 to 20 year gate question, you can directly take the answer. It will save even more time. Fine. Okay. So time is over. So I will not able to solve more questions. Let me make some important announcement now. Okay. How can you leverage ACE Engineering Academy for your GATE preparation? First thing, you can purchase our book. I have already told you it is available on ACE publication website, Amazon, as well as Flipkart. Fine. You can purchase the book and solve previous 15-year question since 2017. But I have told you that ISRO directly asks question from the GATE itself. At least 10% questions are from GATE. So what you need to do? You must solve, let me use the pen. You must solve ISRO PYQ plus GATE PYQs. Fine. These are the minimum requirement. Even if you are going in the examination hall. If you have not completed it, so it will be very hard for you to crack the exam. Fine. So I would suggest you can purchase our book of ISRO as well as GATE. You know we are one of the leading GATE academy. Fine. So for GATE and for ISRO, you must purchase our book. Fine. And I am telling you, these are one of the best book in the market. Okay. Next thing, how can we offer? Look, whoever is preparing for the GATE, they will crack any PSU. They can crack any PSU because all the PSU like ISRO, BARC, HAL, their standard is somewhat lower or equal to GATE. GATE set the pattern, GATE set the standard, and all the PSUs are following that pattern. So you can take our either online classes or offline classes or online or offline classes for GATE. And if you are very well prepared for the GATE, in that case, you can crack the ISRO or BARC or HAL, any PSU very comfortably. Fine. So you can take either our offline classes, online classes, or self-paced course, which is pre-recorded classes. Fine. What is self-paced course? You will get our recorded sessions of every subject. You can prepare according to your speed, according to your time, like many of you are working already. So it is not possible for you to attend online or offline classes. In that case, recorded sessions are best for you. And one more thing, we provide the chat option, doubt solution also in case of pre-recorded classes. So if you have any doubt in the recorded session, you can ask the doubt as well. Our expert will solve all your queries. Fine. So recorded session is well suited for the working professional who do not have time for the online or offline classes. But if you have the time, then I would suggest you to take the classes. Fine. Because from your childhood to age of 25 or 26, you learn the technique of interactive classes only. You can learn only from the interactive classes. So in that case, you can take our online classes or offline classes. We are also providing QRC, quick revision course. Fine. So what are the options you have? You can purchase our book. You can buy our quick revision course if you have very less time. Otherwise, you can purchase the whole GATE course and it will help you to crack any PSU. Fine. So I hope that's enough for today. On the 18th, you will get the live session on data structure by Abhishek Sharma sir at 7 p.m. So I hope all of you will join the session and it will be helpful for you. You will get the idea what kind of questions has been asked previously and how to prepare further. All the best.